Introduce me.
Okay.
Introduce me, yes. That's
Mark, that's the gentleman here. This gentleman. Yes.
Is it for me? What?
So, Mark, this gentleman here, this handsome gentleman right here, has a long career in journalism. And,
You have to be a little more forceful, making people shut up.
Shut up. Okay.
Thank you.
Forceful enough?
Yeah, good.
He has a long and distinguished career. He's written for many magazines. He's written a book or two or three or four.
A few, yeah.
Few. He's lost count. He's written a screenplay or two or three.
Three. I wrote some screenplays with that gentleman right there with the black shirt.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, okay. And he also happened to write an article recently in New York Magazine that dealt with some subject.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Which none of us are going to do with. So, Mark's going to speak about whatever he'd like to speak about, and then at the end of whatever he wants to speak about, he'll listen to questions and he'll speak about what you guys want to hear about. When he speaks about that topic, that article, so yeah, I don't know if you guys want eggs or tomatoes or whatever it is.
What kind of article?
He's sparing.
Which article?
I'm sorry?
Which article?
Which article?
Which article? It's okay, he'll catch up.
So, I can't.
This one?
Go ahead.
All right, okay, all right. So, anyhow, my name is Mark Jacobson. I'm a New York Jew. I've lived here all my life, for the most part. And I grew up in a sort of, I'm a bar mitzvah guy. I did all this stuff. I'm basically a secular Jew. I'm definitely a Jew, right? So I got this letter the other day, which sort of made me, I wrote this article and a lot of people didn't like it, right? So I got this letter here saying, Dear Mr. Jacobson, I write to you in sadness and pain, as I think how pitiable it is that I, a mere 18-year-old Orthodox Jewish girl, have to explain this to you. As a Jew, I have a responsibility from the Torah to reprimand another Jew when he does something wrong. I am no self-righteous Jew, so for the most part, I find it very difficult to achieve this mitzvah. In this case, however, I have no problem. Days after reading the article you wrote and published in the Times Magazine, although it's actually not in the Times Magazine, we don't want to bring that up, about the Satmar community, I am still in shock that you, a fellow Jew, would have the audacity to print something like this. Observant or not, there are just some boundaries that a Jew does not cross, but you did. And then I'm going to stop here after she says, don't you know that we have to stick together? So she seems like a very nice person. It goes on for a while, you know, and in that same vein. So I'm looking at this letter, which is one of many I got. Some actually, do people know what this article's about?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he wrote this article about this woman, Giddy, who has been here before, and she grew up in the Satmar community. And then she decided she didn't want to be in the Satmar community anymore, so she was hoping to leave. And then many different things came up, and it became very unpleasant for her and everybody else around her. And I tried to document her story, and in the sense of documenting her story, I felt I was as accurate as possible from her point of view. But people didn't feel that I should have just done it from her point of view. And I should have found out what everybody in the whole community felt about this, and that would have been more fair. And they might have been right, and they might have been wrong. But anyway, I chose to do it just from her point of view. And many people in the Satmar community, especially people in Kiryas Joel, were very unhappy about this. And in fact, in the magazine, they put this stuff on the internet, and then you get responses. Now, this article got over 3,000 responses, which is only 6 times as many responses as any article the magazine ever published in the history of the magazine. So I don't know how many people actually were writing in, but they were writing in at a rapid rate. So I kind of felt like, wow, I mean, I'm not really in this business. I mean, people think that the people in journalism are out there to try to find the worst possible things about people. And really, I don't see that as my mission. I actually try, if I find, like for instance, I'll never write about a movie or a piece of art that I didn't like because I don't need to talk about it. You know, I don't want to do that. I mean, and in fact, I rarely write about anybody that I don't find interesting or good in some way that I can write about them because I'm not interested in writing about trashing people. Now, it may appear to people that you trash them, but actually that wasn't the intention. So so that's basically the article I wrote. So I got a lot of responses from this, but what it came down to, I think, in a way, was most people thought that I was doing this hideous thing because I was writing about other Jews and not saying that they were wonderful. So I always thought that the whole idea, the reason to sign up for this particular tribe, is you don't have to do that. You know, that's not part of the deal. You could actually, you know, in fact, a friend of mine just gave me this book saying, Arguing with God, a Jewish Tradition. So to me, that seems accurate. So I think what I'd like to talk about is, see, when you get the entire Satmar people, the entire Satmar community now hates me. The Lubavitchers love me. And all the secular Jews, every single secular Jew I spoke to said, what a wonderful article. And then the Hadassah wants me to speak, and Jaffa, whatever that Jaffa, biggest, you know, they all want me to come and talk because they think I'm so wonderful, right? All these Jews think I'm so wonderful, and all these other Jews think I'm like the worst person in the world. So, well, one of them. So, like, I find this to be very confusing, and that's one of the reasons I thought I'd come here and, like, you know, because I have this problem now. I have this problem about, like, you know, did I do right or I do wrong? So I'm going to throw it out to people that are here to help me out with my problem, because, you know, why would I come here just to talk to you? I mean, I need to get something out of this, right? It's a transaction.
It's over there.
No, I wanted it in his words. What did you write about in your words?
No, that's right.
Well, I just went through that. Weren't
No,
you
you
paying
said
attention?
you put it in your point of view. But what, I don't, you know, I didn't read the article.
Well, Giddy, I know some people here probably obviously know her. She is not what you call an angel, I wouldn't say. No one's perfect. She made some mistakes in her life, but it seemed to me that she was getting shafted by the Curious Joel community. So, and several people in this room urged me to write the article, and like a fool, I went ahead and did it. I won't even mention their name, but you know who they are. So, like, in any event, I think it's interesting to discuss. One of the things that struck me about writing about the Orthodox community was when I first remembered the Orthodox community coming to New York City. There weren't very many of them, right? There were just not very many Haredi people coming to New York. There were like, you know, like a couple of thousand in Williamsburg and a couple of thousand in Crown Heights.